Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afiq Ikram bin Muhammad Idali, matrix number 1200752. So today we from group 5 will present about the performance and challenge of a global Islamic capital market. Okay, so these are our group members. Okay, firstly I will present about the introduction of Islamic capital market. Capital market is where savings and investment are distributed between suppliers and those in need. Bank and investors are the two types of capitalists that the capital market need as a supplier. There are two most popular capital markets, which are stock market and bond market. In addition, the Islamic capital market and the traditional capital market are the two different forms of capital markets. The Islamic capital market operates as a parallel market to the conventional capital market in Malaysia. The fact that Islam forbids interest and promotes commerce further contributes to the significance of capital market in the Islamic financial system. Next, Islamic capital market product. There are 4 products that are currently on the market with Sharia principles applied, which is first, Sharia compliant securities. Second, Islamic unit trust funds. Third, Islamic real estate investment trust. And lastly, sukuk. Between these 4 products, the most active segment in Islamic capital market product is sukuk. Okay, next, the issue in Islamic capital market. The sukuk market will play as a significant role in this environment as a means of effectively mobilizing longer-term money to meet the funding requirements. In the current market, there is a shortage of sukuk. It is difficult for the Islamic capital market to draw in investors and sustain the market's existence and growth.
Then we'll move to the next subtopic, maturity of the sukuk and concern pricing issue. Islamic financial institution and portfolio managers require a diverse range of sukuk, Islamic bond, to meet their investment needs and manage portfolio effectively. By having a wider variety in sukuk available in terms of types such as ijarah-based sukuk and maturity, short-term and long-term, they can tailor their investment strategy and achieve better risk management through diversification. The next issue is pricing problem. However, pricing problem remains a challenge in the expansion of the Islamic finance industry. To address this, efforts are needed to establish an indicator of benchmark for accurately valuing Islamic security. For example, if a sukuk is issued based on ijarah concept and use a property as its underlying assets, the actual rate of rental for the property can be investigated and used in calculating the rate of return for the instrument. Additionally, considering supply and demand factor, the market value of the property may change, and incorporating this dynamic will help reflect the true value of the tracked asset. Different language in nominated contracts and practical experience. The first point is lack of innovation and clarity. The language barrier contributes to a lack of innovation and advancement in Islamic finance. Misinterpretation of Sharia order due to translation issue lead to a lack of clarity, the understanding and implementation of Islamic contracts. Compared to the conventional contract, which are widely understood, the public familiarity with Islamic contract is limited. This disparity hinders progress in Islamic finance and limits in potential for growth and development. To address this, non-Arabic speakers interested in Islamic finance should educate themselves on the principle of Islamic jurisprudence to succeed in this field. The second point is language barrier. The use of Arabic term in contract and transaction structures pose a challenge in the Islamic capital market. The reliance on Arabic language for Sharia monitoring create a gap between English-speaking bank management and Sharia scholar, leading to a potential misunderstanding and reliant on management representation. This language barrier hampers effective communication and can result in error and resentment among those involved in transaction. The next point is weak risk management and governance framework. Islamic banks face weaknesses and threats in risk management and governance. Operational risk can arise from breakdown in system and inadequate internal control, leading to financial losses. Governance difficulties are crucial for stakeholders, including investor, regulators, and Sharia board. Challenges related to the human resources such as management quality and employee expertise also pose concern.
Okay, now we continue to the next point, which is Sharia issues in Islamic capital markets of Pakistan, a case study of sukuk. Firstly, it is claimed that when sukuk is structured, the many characteristics of traditional bonds are imitated while violating several Sharia injunctions. Even though the sukuk market in Pakistan is constantly expanding, there are still a number of Sharia difficulties that need to be addressed in order to make sukuk Sharia compliant in the true spirit of Islam. The second issue is dispute in the use of purchase undertaking and liquidity facilities in Mudarabah and Musyarakah Sukuk, which Sharia scholars argue violates the PLS principle. A purchase undertaking agreement assures investors that the originator will buy back the underlying asset at a price equal to the principal amount, nominal value contributed by the investors upon maturity or in the event of default. Additionally, the article also contributes to the discussion of various issues, including issue of true ownership transfer of sukuk asset and view of Sharia scholar, issue of imposing penalty on late payment and views of Sharia scholar, and so on. So, we look at the next point, which is development of Islamic capital market. This generalized summary focus on international investment transaction rather than local and regional transaction within the Middle East, Southeast Asia, or Northern Africa. This is not to minimize the economic importance of those local and regional transactions. However, it is premised on the view that development of the capital markets will entail broad international participation, and thus a consideration of issues that arise in the international transaction realm. So, the main areas of transactional activity that are of relevance of capital market development have been: first, equities and equity funds; second, real estate funds; third, private equity funds, and so on. Finally, we look to the Malaysia achievement in developing the sukuk market. In 2002, Malaysia achieved a further significant milestone when the Malaysian government issued the first global sovereign sukuk, raising USD 600 million. The sukuk issue was listed on the Luxembourg Stock Exchange, Labuan International Financial Stock Exchange, and Bahrain Stock Exchange. This showed that sukuk gained trust from foreign investors, and sukuk gained global attention for foreign investors to invest in sukuk. Secondly, in 2006, the Malaysian market saw the launch of a sukuk using concepts such as mudarabah, musyarakah, and ijarah. The Malaysian sukuk market has attracted various key regulators following this development. The market for sukuk also grew as a result of the high demand for sukuk and the rise in the sukuk issuers. Last but not least, Malaysia is committed to joint effort of the Malaysian government and regulators in the growth of the sukuk market. The role of the industry in advancing the Islamic financial system becomes important in Malaysia's move to the Islamic capital market at a global level. That's all.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nur Hazim bin Razlan. My number is 12000740, and I will continue this discussion with the impact of Islamic capital market development on economic growth. First, potential impact on less developed market. The first point is alternative source of funding for business and infrastructure projects. This refers to the finding different way to finance the business and infrastructure project instead of relying solely on traditional method like bank loan and government funding. Second point is emphasize risk sharing, aligning interests of lender and borrower. Traditional lending typically put the burden of the risk solely on the borrower, who must repay the loan regardless of the success or failure of the business or project. In alternative funding model, there are greater emphasis on risk sharing, meaning the lender also take on a portion of the risk. Second, impact on developer market. First point is alternative source of funding for business and infrastructure projects. Alternative source of funding such as private investor, crowdfunding, or impact investment fund offer additional way for business and infrastructure projects to get the financial support they need. Second point is economic growth and development in developed market. Economic growth refers to increases in a country's production of goods and services, while development means progress and improvement in various aspects of society, like infrastructure, education, and living standards. Developed markets are countries that have advanced economy and infrastructure. Lastly, I will talk about impact to the growth and recognition of Islamic capital market. Islamic financial products and services are in line with Islamic principles which prohibited the charging or paying of interest and promote ethical investment practice. In the Middle East and Southeast Asia, many people follow Islamic belief and they refer financial options that are in line with their religion value. As a result, the demand for the Islamic banking, insurance, investment and other financial services has been increasing in this region. This increasing demand is driving the growth of Islamic financial industry as businessmen and institutions strive to meet the need of this specific market. Next, I will discuss about the effect of innovative Islamic profit rate benchmark on the pricing Islamic derivative security. Islamic derivative security play a crucial role in the Islamic financial industry, allowing participants to manage risk and engage in hedging strategy while adhering to the Sharia principle. One key derivative instrument is the Islamic Profit Rate Swap (IPRS), which is the equivalent to the conventional interest rate swap but compliant with Islamic financial principle. The innovation of Islamic Profit Rate Benchmark to price Islamic derivative security accurately. It is important to have a appropriate benchmark that reflect to the Islamic financial principle. The effect on pricing Islamic derivative security is to introduce of innovative Islamic profit rate benchmark has had significant effect on the pricing Islamic derivative security. By utilizing this benchmark, the pricing of Islamic derivatives can be aligned with the principle of Islamic finance. The benefit and implication is the use of innovation Islamic profit rate benchmark is pricing Islamic derivative security brings several benefits. Firstly, it enhances market efficiency by providing a standard and widely accepted pricing mechanism. Secondly, it increases the accessibility of Islamic derivatives to the broadcast range of market participants, fostering market liquidity and depth. Lastly, I will talk about risk management and diversification in Islamic financial market. Diversification for risk reduction. Financial institutions reduce risk by offering a variety of financial services and expanding their operation in different regions. This helps them avoid relying too heavily on one sector or market, reducing the impact of economic downturn. Next, risk management strategy. Financial institutions manage risk by creating a strong system and control. They closely collaborate with clients to understand their risks and improve quality credit, reducing exposure to the potential loss. And lastly, risk management in Islamic financial market. Islamic financial market specifically guideline derivative or discussion carefully to ensure they align with Islamic principle. Financial engineering is used to create a synthetic derivative that comply with this principle, providing risk management and solution within the Islamic framework. That's all for our group. Thank you.
Lastly, as a conclusion, the Islamic capital market are still quite new and now very small. It has attempted to lay out some factors contributing to the growth and development of these markets and some factors preventing that growth and development. It seems safe to say that the Islamic capital market constitute and for the foreseeable future will continue to constitute. The Islamic capital market is one of the fascinating and challenging areas of capital market activities. So that's all from me. Thank you. Okay, so that's all from our group presentation. Thank you.